Sofaygo just recently released his new album, Pink Hearts, and is teasing dropping a deluxe to his Pink Hearts album soon. However, I feel like I'm the only person that actually liked Sofaygo's album and thought it was worth the wait. I will admit, I didn't find Sofaygo's music until fall of 2019, so it was just after he released Knock Knock and his older projects like War and Angelic 7. I did enjoy both of those projects from Sofaygo and thought he had some real potential. These projects and a lot of the stuff on SoundCloud back then are what a lot of his fans online say are his old sound, and they wish he'd be more like these projects than what he released with Pink Hearts. But let me rewind. Before he released Pink Hearts, he released an EP in late 2020 called After Me. After Me is what put a lot of people in the mainstream onto Sofaygo, in my opinion. You had artists like Travis Scott posting his song Off the Map on their Instagram story, and that only helped blowing up the song way more. But little did Sofaygo know that he'd end up signing to Travis Scott, or at least have some sort of deal with him or be under his wing in a sort. Personally, I thought this was a great move for Sofaygo. I did at the time. Travis Scott is one of the biggest artists in the game and would be able to guide Sofaygo into stardom easily. Sofaygo would sign to Cactus Jack label in early 2021, and he would tell his fans that Pink Hearts is now on the way after signing. Fans anticipated a potential 2021 release, or maybe fall of 2021. However, the only thing we got from Sofaygo in 2021 was a single that got practically no traction. Fans online were getting confused as to when he would release Pink Hearts, after getting nothing for a whole year except one song. And this is when I believe a lot of fans started to just stop caring about Sofaygo. One reason why is Sofaygo and Yeat kinda blew up at the same time in early 2021. But the difference now is Yeat is massive, and Sofaygo seems to still be underground. Yeat released 3 projects in 2021 and had a few massive hits, and Yeat has practically stapled himself as a mainstream artist. And a lot of fans online saw this and questioned what Sofaygo was doing and why he hadn't released Pink Hearts yet. Why sign to Cactus Jack if you weren't going to release music? That's what a lot of fans wanted to know. I should mention that Travis Scott had his Astroworld tragedy in fall of 2021, and that may have put a delay on album releases for him or any of his artists. 2002 comes, and at this point, I think a lot of fans of Sofaygo thought he would release either in the winter or spring of 2022, and if not then, when would he release it all? Sofaygo would drop 5 songs in the beginning of summer of 2022 called Before Pink. This was an attempt to hold over fans, but it seemed fans online only listened once to each song and never listened again. I personally really enjoyed 3 out of the 5 songs, those being Long Way, Count Me Out, and Good Day. However, I was still anticipating Pink Hearts. I was really enjoying the songs he dropped before his album, and his album would come in November 2022. And I truly thought, after the first few listens, that this would put Sofaygo on top. I loved the album. His sound had evolved in a more mature and fresh sounding style. You could tell the production had taken another step up, with a bit of Travis influence on it, you could tell. It all sounded very polished. But as I saw reactions online throughout Twitter, and a lot of fans were disappointed. They did not like the way the music had changed, and went for a bit of a more mainstream appeal. And to add injury to insult, Sofaygo's sales first week were not good by any means. His sales didn't even chart in the Billboard Top 200 that week, meaning he sold likely under 7,000 units first week. And on top of that, Yeat had released his first studio album early in 2022, and it had a massive 34,000 first week. It was huge for Yeat, and it made Sofaygo's numbers look even worse because he was supposed to be that guy right there with Yeat. It had only confirmed that fans seemed to stop caring for new Sofaygo music after having to wait for as long as they had to wait. Then, only a couple weeks after releasing his album and being met with a lot of criticism online from fans who were just disappointed, he had a rant on his second Instagram account saying things like, "Don't be a fan and stop flipping narratives." I think I speak for a lot of fans when I say, Sofaygo, we just wanted more music from you sooner than you delivered. And because you're pissed off at a loud amount of people online, you're just feeding into the narrative that you really don't care about your fans. I don't understand why he had to say any of this, and I think this rant could really derail his career if he doesn't get another hit or get his PR back in check. It seems like that hit could most likely be Hell Yeah. Hell Yeah has been on the Rap Caviar Top 10 for a little while now, and it seems to be gaining some traction. So hopefully Hell Yeah can get him some new fans, and some new fans from the Pink Hearts Deluxe, and hopefully he drops some real fire. Now I just want to say, I mean no disrespect to Sofaygo. I loved Pink Hearts probably more than anyone. I literally liked every single song. My personal favorite was Stay Awake with Lil Uzi Vert, and then my second favorite was I'll Say. If you don't want to listen to the whole album and just want a few new songs, I'd say go check those out because they're pretty fire. I truly hope Sofaygo can learn from this and understand that he's just not big enough yet that he can take a break for a whole year and not release any music, and then come back expecting to be just as popular as you were almost 2 years ago. I want to see Sofaygo get to that point where he can do that, but he's just not there yet. I'm excited to see what Sofaygo has in store for the next album and when he'll release it. I'm hoping for a new project sometime in 2023. Maybe that'll just be the deluxe, but we will see. Go check out Pink Hearts and give it a try again, because I promise you it is not as bad as everyone online is making it out to be. Thanks for watching.